I typed one website into one box, hmetech.com, and about 40 seconds later I had a working phone number that answers calls at 3 in the morning. And that's where I want to start because the phone is the part most people feel last. They're going to spend 3 weeks picking a logo, font, and then run the whole first year on a cell number that goes to voicemail every time that they're on a job. So here's what this video is. If I were opening a business tomorrow, a plumbing outfit, a dental practice, a two-person law firm, a landscaping crew, with nothing but a laptop and a domain name, this is the stack that I'd build in the order that I would build it, with the real monthly number attached to each piece. So at the end, you get a total, and you're gonna get the list of things that I deliberately leave off until year 2. And a quick disclosure before anything else, Nextiva sponsored this video. They make Expert, the AI receptionist that's going in the phone slot. They paid for the placement, they didn't see the script, and they didn't get to review the verdict before you do. Now, I set the thing up myself on a live business, which is why the screen recording you're about to see is the actual product with the actual rough edges in it. Now, one number to frame the whole thing. Thriv surveyed 540 small business decision makers in May of 2025, and AI usage among small businesses had climbed from 39% to 55% in a single year. Among companies with 10 to 100 employees, it went from 47 to 68%. 2/3 of the ones using it said it was saving them somewhere between $500 and $2,000 a month. Now that's the backdrop for every pick that I'm about to make. Now, most Stack videos hand you a list of 11 tools sorted alphabetically. That is useless on day one because on day one, you have limited money and limited attention, and the sequence decides which one that you burn first. Now, the order that I use is dead simple. Can a customer reach you? Can you remember them? Can they book you? Can you take their money? Do you know if you're profitable? And can you get more of them? Phone, CRM, scheduling, payments, books, marketing, every slot after the first one is worth more once the one before it is filled. All right, now slot 1 is the phone Vita, and SurveyMonkey polled 320 small business owners and managers in March 2025. 42% of them estimated they were losing more than $500 a month to calls they never picked up. $6,000 a year from a phone that rang while somebody was under a sink. Now my pick here is Expert, Nextiva's AI employee. $99 a month covers 100 AI conversations, and it's 99 cents for each one after that. No contract, 30-day money-back guarantee. Now, worth knowing exactly what counts as a conversation because it's better than it sounds. A call has to run past 30 seconds, or a text thread has to get 3 or more replies out of the AI. Missed dials and one-line chats, well, it doesn't touch your allowance. So do the math on your own volume before you sign anything. 100 real conversations for $99 is $1 each, which is nothing next to a receptionist. 250 conversations is $248, and at that point, you're comparing it against a part-timer rather than against voicemail. Setup opens with a single question. What's your website? I dropped in hmetech.com, I hit continue, and it read the site and trained itself on the services, the hours, and tone before I'd finished my coffee. And if you don't have a site yet, it'll pull from your Google business profile, or it'll let you type the details in by hand. Step 2 is a standard account screen. Name, email, phone, password. Step 3 is where it gets interesting. You build the assistant. I named mine Nova. I set the brand to HME Tech. I picked a voice from a short list that you can preview right there in the browser, and that voice speaks 3 languages out of the box. Name, voice, greeting, all stay editable afterwards, so a first guest doesn't follow you around for an entire year. Now, step 4, you just watch. Gathering information about your business, understanding the details, preparing the assistant, assigning a phone number, confetti, and a live number on the screen taking calls 24/7, the one that you can see there. The live in minutes claim is the one that I'm going to back without a caveat because I sat there and watched the clock do it. 2 things the timer skips. Testing needs your 10-digit number registered for 10 DLC, and web chat is a line of code you paste onto your site. Both are small, neither is instant. A number that picks up, well, that's the easy half. So I called it myself and recorded the whole thing. And this is exactly what a customer hears. The phone rang once.
Hi, this is Nova from HME Technologies. How can I help you today?
I asked what services they offer. She answered straight off the knowledge base that she had built from the website 40 seconds earlier. No menu, no press 1 for sales.
We offer strategic matching to align your brand with the perfect creators, and we have specialized services for optimizing YouTube content.
And then I pushed harder, and I asked something a script wouldn't cover.
Someone from our team will follow up with you shortly. Do you have any other questions I can help with?
She handled it and then walked me through their hours without missing a beat.
We are open Monday through Sunday. On weekdays, we're here from 5 a.m. to 7 p.m. And on Saturdays and Sundays, we're open from 7 a.m. to 3:30 p.m.
Now, by the end of it, she had logged my details, tagged what I did talk about, and flagged a follow-up. I hung up, I opened the dashboard, and the whole conversation was sitting there as a transcript with a summary that I could read in 10 seconds. And that's the part that matters. The call got answered, and it got answered by something that knew the business. Now, one thing that set my expectations straight, the second Nova had a number. The dashboard rated her 33% ready and handed me a 15-minute checklist. Load your products and services, fill in the policies and the FAQs, set availability, write the rules for when she stops and passes a call to a human, and then test her before you go live. She answers from minute 1. The depth comes from that first afternoon. Block it out and treat it like training a new hire because that's exactly what it is. Now for email and domain, my pick is Google Workspace. You get mail on your own domain, 30 gigs, calendar, drive, meet. The reason it goes at number 2, your calendar is the thing Expert looks into, and half the tools further down this list authenticate through it. A gmail.com address on a quote also costs you jobs in a way that's hard to measure and easy to fix. Now next, we are building the stack around HubSpot's free tier CRM, which gives you contacts, companies, deals, a pipeline, email tracking, live chat. Newer accounts are capped at 2 free seats and 1,000 marketing contacts, which is plenty for a business that opened last Tuesday. Expert writes every conversation into your contacts automatically, so the CRM fills itself while you work. And when you outgrow it, start a list at $10 a seat month to month or $7 on annual billing. And 1 seat unlocks all the hubs. Now, HubSpot runs new customer discounts often that you should never pay list on day 1. You're going to skip straight past professional. That's the $720 a month for Marketing Hub plus a mandatory $3,000 onboarding fee. That's a year 3 problem. All right, slot 4 is scheduling. We're going to start with Calendly's free tier. It gives you 1 event type and basic scheduling, which handles a single consultation booking fine. Standard is what unlocks unlimited event types and taking payment at the point of booking. Now, if you are a solo operator with 1 appointment type, stay free for a while. The calendar connection is what Expert needs, and free gives you exactly that. Slot 5 is payment. So for payments, we're going to use Stripe at 0 fixed cost. You pay 2.9% plus 30 cents and an online card charge, 2.7% plus 5 cents in person, and 0.8% capped at $5 on ACH. Now that ACH line is the one that people miss. If you are invoicing another business for $4,000, a card costs you $116. ACH costs you $5. Now, watch the international line too. Non-US cards add 1.5%, and currency conversion adds another 1%. So a $100 charge from overseas can cost $5.70 rather than $3.20. Now, slot 6, that's bookkeeping. We were using Wave's free tier for real double entry accounting, unlimited invoicing, balance sheets, free. Wave earns its money on payment processing and payroll, so if your clients pay by check or bank transfer, you can run it indefinitely without spending $1. Wave Pro at $19 adds bank feeds, receipt scanning, and accountant access. QuickBooks is the US default, and every CPA knows it, but Simple Start is now around $35 to $38 after Intuit's increases. Now that's a year 2 decision, and it's driven by your accountant, not by the software. All right, slot 7, and that is marketing. Brevo charges by email sent rather than contacts held, which suits a business with a list that grows faster than its sending schedule. The free tier gives you 300 emails a day and a very high contact ceiling. MailChimp caps free at 250 contacts and 500 sends a month, and then prices by list size, which gets expensive quickly for a service business sitting on old customer records. And before any of it, claim your Google Business profile. It's free. It's the first thing a local customer sees, and it feeds Expert setup if you don't have a website yet. Now the total: Expert at $99, Google Workspace at $7, HubSpot is free, Calendly is free, Stripe at 0 fixed, Wave is free, Brevo is free, $106 a month. Call is $1,272 for the year, plus whatever percentage Stripe takes on money that's already landed. Turn on the paid tiers as you grow. HubSpot Starter, Calendly Standard, Wave Pro, Brevo's Entry Plan, and you are at roughly $160 a month on annual billing, closer to $167 if you want the freedom to cancel anything monthly. Now, for scale, a front desk hire runs at about $50,000 to $70,000 once you load salary, payroll, tax, and benefits, and still goes home at 5 o'clock. Now, everything on that list solves a problem that you don't have yet, and the money's better spent on the ones that you do. Paid ads first, because it's the most expensive mistake and the most common one. Buying traffic before you can just reliably answer the phone, well, you're just paying to generate voicemails. Now, fill slot 1, get the phone answered properly, and then go buy attention, not the other way around. Same logic on a custom website. A $5,000 bespoke build in month 1 is solving for a problem that arrives in year 3. And in the meantime, a clean template and a properly claimed Google Business profile will out-earn it comfortably. The profile is free, and it is the first thing a local customer sees, which makes it the better investment by a distance. Also, project management software you can ignore for a while as well. 2 people do not need Jira. A shared calendar and a list holds up fine until you're 5 or 6 deep. And the day it stops holding up, you're going to know because things will start falling through. A Zapier layer is worth skipping for a slightly different reason. Everything in this stack already talks to everything else natively. Automation glue is what you reach for when your tools don't integrate, which is a symptom of a stack that's already sprawling. You're starting clean. Don't create the problem and then buy the fix. And the dedicated helpware software. Experts inbox is already landing phone, text, and chat as tickets in a single share view. And at your volume, that's the entire job. A separate help desk gives you a second inbox to check, which is the opposite of exactly what you want. Where Expert would frustrate you, now that $99 covers 100 interactions, and interaction only counts when a call runs past 30 seconds or chat draws 3 or more replies. So pocket dials and spam, well, it's not going to burn your account. Past 100, it's 99 cents each. 300 interactions put you near $297, 500 near $495, and under roughly $150 a month. It's a steal. Run real volume and you should price it against flat rate options first. It also lives inside Nextiva as an add-on to their phone platform, and if you love your current phone setup and you refuse to leave it, well, the case gets thinner. And 3 languages covers most shops while stopping short of a dedicated multilingual tool. On unusual multi-layered requests, the agent can fall back to scripted answers. Now, so what's the verdict? The phone slot is the one where $100 buys the most. An Expert is what I'd put in it. It's live in under a minute. It books into the calendar you were going to buy anyway. It writes into the CRM that's sitting free in slot 3, and it costs about a 50th of the person it's standing in for. Trial link is down in the description. It's an affiliate link, so it does give the channel a little back at no cost to you. Nextiva also has an ROI calculator that weighs what Expert saves against what missed calls cost you. Run it. Set that number next to the $99 fee, and you're going to know inside of 2 minutes whether the math works for your shop. Drop a comment with the one slot that you're going to fill differently and roughly how many after-hour calls you think you're missing in a week. I'm going to work through the numbers with you in the replies. Hit like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.